If you found this video or this live, then you already know who we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be doing a reading today for my fellow Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus placements. Okay, so if you have any of those placements and you're watching this video, whether you're watching it live or you're watching the replay, then definitely, chime in the comments and let me know what placement you have Libra in. Okay. Um, Now, I was supposed to come and do this reading yesterday, so I apologize for anyone who may have been awaiting for a reading yesterday. But um, yesterday, my energy just wasn't, I didn't have the energy to do it. So I try to operate on energy when I do my readings. Okay. So I really wanted to do Libra yesterday because it was Friday and it's associated with Venus. However, it is the planetary hour right now at the time of this live and recording. It is the planetary hour of Venus currently. So nevertheless, we're going to rock with the frequencies and the energy, and just, do what we can, right? That's what we're going to do. So it is the planetary hour of Venus, which I felt like was the perfect hour and time to come on here and do a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Also, let me know where you're chiming in from, what part of the world you're chiming in from. I'd love to know in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you comment replay in the comments as well. All right. So I can know who this message is reaching. All right. And if you are a cross watcher and you're not a Libra, but you know a Libra who may resonate with the reading today, then definitely share this video with them. Okay. You never know. It might be a message in there that they needed to hear. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I don't want to babble too long here, but the first thing that I need to do before we start this reading is I need to give thanks and honor to the Most High God for allowing me to be here and to be present in the moment right now with my fellow Libras, as well as cross watchers. And I just asked the Most High God to allow me to deliver the message that you would like for me to deliver to my fellow Libra watchers. All right, Ashe. Okay, so let's go ahead and just dive right on in to this reading. And remember, this is a general love reading. So what that means is there are a million of you Libras out there in the world. So this reading is not going to resonate with every single Libra. However, everybody is on a different timeline, a different, path, right? So, you just let me know where you fall into that timeline or possibility, okay, based on this reading. All right, so let's just jump right on in. Hello, hello. Welcome to the room. Thanks for joining. If you're just popping in, we're doing Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right. If you're a cross watcher, welcome to the room as well, especially if you're in a relationship with a Libra. All right, let's go. Let's find out what's going on with Libras in their love life. All right, Libra. So the first card that came out here is the Deserving of Love card. It says you deserve love. You are lovable. All right. Let's see how this unfolds. You're definitely lovable, Libra. We all are lovable, right? We all are deserving of love. All right. All right, so the next card that flipped out here is heart-to-heart conversations. So it says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So some of you, hello, Omir. Hi, welcome to the room. So it says heart-to-heart conversations. So it says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So some of you might need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone, whether you are the Libra or a cross watcher. But again, let's see how this unfolds for you guys. All right. So the soulmate card came out for you guys. So it says, yes, this is your soulmate. This is your soulmate, Libra. So some of you, if you've been questioning or wondering if the person that you're in a relationship with, or maybe the person that, you just kind of started getting involved with is your soulmate, well, Spirit says they are. Okay. All right. But also you might need to have a heart-to-heart conversation. okay, with that person. Even if they are a friend, right? Because sometimes, you can have a friend, a really good friend that turns out to be your soulmate, So some of you guys need to have a heart to heart conversation with that person, whoever that is. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. But I mean, at the end of the day, Spirit says you deserve love. You deserve love. Okay. Definitely. Yeah. You deserve love, Libra. All right. Let's do this one more time. You deserve love. Oh my goodness, Libra. Yay, listen, I'm not mad at you. You're calling in your soulmate. If your soulmate is not already present, some of you are definitely calling in your soulmate. All right. So I love that the soulmate card came out twice for you guys. This is a beautiful thing. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay. So whether, like I said, you're in a relationship with that person, or maybe you're kind of hopeful of the relationship and you've been kind of trying to call that person in, nevertheless, Spirit wants you to know that you deserve love. Okay. If that person is already in your life, you need to have a heart to heart conversation, Libra. Okay. With them. All right. Hey. Aw, that's beautiful. I love that for you guys. Love that for you. Love that for you. Yeah. And if some of you have been calling and praying in for your soulmate, that was validation from Spirit as well. All right. Yeah. For some of you, though, you do need to love yourself first. You need to work on that, especially if you've been doing a lot of manifestation and visualization to call in a soulmate. You definitely need to love yourself first, right? Pour into yourself. That's the best way to manifest, honestly, is, through pouring into yourself, giving yourself a lot of self-love, all right? However that might look for you, okay? But this card says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. All right. So the more that you pour into yourself, the more you are going to actually attract your soulmate. All right. Yeah. So give yourself some love, because how can you love someone else? How can someone love you better than yourself? So definitely pour into yourself. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you deserve love. Like I said, whether it's you giving it to yourself or someone else giving it to you. But it should always be you giving it to yourself first. Okay? Over anything. All right. The next card that came out says finances and career. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So, for some of you, and I know I hear this a lot from a lot of people, they feel like if their finances are not together, if their career is not together, then, they're not ready to be in a relationship, or they feel like they're not deserving of someone because they feel like they're not in a place in their life, career-wise or financially. Okay. A lot of times people feel that way, but at the end of the day, you still deserve love regardless. Okay. Regardless. Okay. And hey, I get it. Hey, sometimes, and I'm just going to keep it real and be honest, sometimes, there are people that prefer to have their finances and their career in order before they decide to move into a relationship, especially if you are a male Libra and you're more of that provider type energy. There are some men out there that they want to have their finances and their career together so that they can provide, right, for their queen or whoever they manifest or call into their life. They want to have themselves financially together, right? And there's nothing wrong with that as well if that's what you prefer to do. But do know, Libra, that your soulmate is coming if they're not already there. Okay. All right. And then the same token, I do want to say, don't allow your finances or your career to keep you, right, from love, or to keep you from your possible soulmate. All right. Because you know, a lot of times, whatever our career goals are, it might take us some time to get there, right? You know, to work towards that, to really be in that Saturn energy and work towards that. And right now, Saturn is in Aries. So, you know, a lot of people are taking action when it comes to their careers and their goals and their dreams. However, if you feel like your soulmate is already present in your life, don't put that off. Okay, you know, maybe have a heart-to-heart conversation with that person and say, hey, like, you know, I'm not in the place that I want to be in right now. I really like you. You know, I think this is something, you know, real that we have, but you know, right now my finances aren't looking great, or you know, I feel like, you know, I'm still looking for a job right now, and I'm still, you know, in the process of trying to get my life together. So just have that heart-to-heart conversation with that person. You might be surprised. They may be like, okay, that's fine. You know, I completely understand. I'm willing to walk with you in that journey, right? I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be here, you know? So just have that conversation, Libra. Have that conversation with that person, all right? Have that conversation with that person. Yeah. Because I could get it, especially with the Libra. You know, you guys can feel off balance when you feel like you don't have things in order. You know, you are ruled by the scales. So I understand. Yeah. For some of you, you definitely need to have that conversation soon, especially if you're allowing your finances and careers to stall, you know, a relationship, or you're maybe pushing someone off, who could be your soulmate due to how your finances and your career. You definitely need to have that conversation very soon, Libra, because it does say separation is on the horizon for some of you, and it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So it's definitely important that you guys have that heart-to-heart conversation soon, okay? And just express what's going on and how you're feeling, you know, what's going on in your life. Like, yeah, do that. Definitely do that, okay? That's important. That is important. Yeah. And for some of you, I think some Libras, some of you may have experienced separation, recently, as it relates to your finances and career as well. So that may be, you know, also something else that you're kind of dealing with, a stressor that you're dealing with as well. Okay. And you're feeling like you don't deserve that person, or that, you know, that soulmate that may already be present in your life or could be coming. Okay. So just be honest and open and have a heart-to-heart conversation. Be transparent. All right. Yeah. I mean, nevertheless, though, this is a beautiful reading for you guys. And I love that for you all. I love that your soulmate is present or coming into your life. I mean, that is just, that's beautiful. Who doesn't want that, right? Yeah, because, you know, if you are already in the relationship with this person, Libra, there is a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion between you two, okay? It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. All right, so for some of you, there is a lot of passion there between you and the person that's already present, you and that soulmate that's already present in your life, okay? So, yeah, I mean, that's why I really think it's important, you know, that don't be scared to have that heart-to-heart conversation. I mean, some of you might be afraid that if you be honest and you explain to them what's going on, that they may leave, right? There may be some fear of someone separating, because if you have that conversation with them and be honest with them about your finances and your career. But if they're your soulmate, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere. Okay? And especially if they recognize that you are a hard worker, you know, you're not a bomb, right? They know you're going to get back out there and hustle and do what you got to do to get your finances and your career in order. You know, they're not going to go anywhere, Libra. So don't be worried about that. All right? Yeah. Don't be worried about that at all. Yeah, see, true love. Ooh, I just love when Spirit validates, you know, things for me, especially readings like this. You know what I mean? Like, this is your true love. It says this is a romance of a lifetime. My goodness. I mean, this is a beautiful, Beautiful, beautiful reading. Beautiful reading. Okay. This is a beautiful reading, Libra. This is your true love. Whoever it is, if they're already present, this is your true love. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that is so beautiful. And if they, like I said, if they have not came in to your life yet, when they come in, the next person that, I'm not going to say the next person because I don't want to make it specific. Because I don't know where you are in your journey, right? But I'll just say that, you know, if you are calling in your soulmate and that is the frequency that you on, then they are definitely coming, okay? Your true love is on the way, okay? Yeah, this is so beautiful. Like, I just love seeing. Let me just show you guys these cards again. Like, this is just beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. See, that's what happens when you move on the right frequency and the right energy. Because I honestly was, at first I was gonna do the Aries reading. I was gonna do their reading. And then something was like, no, no, let's check the planetary, you know, and see where we are, the planetary hour is, and before we decide and make a decision. Because I was sitting here and I was having a conversation with Spirit, and I was like, man, should we do Libra? Should we do Aries? Which one should we do? Right. And then I was like, let me just check and see what planetary hour we're on before I make that decision. Even though I kept leaning towards Libra. And when I saw that we were in the planetary hour of Venus, that was just confirmation. And I'm glad that I stuck to it. I'm glad that I stuck to that. Yeah. Because this has turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful reading. So we're in the Oracle deck now here. And the card that came out is the Light card. The Light card came out for you guys. Again, I think that definitely connects to those of you who have been calling in, right? Praying for your soulmate. Okay, Spirit wants you to know that they are listening. Okay, they hear you, they're paying attention. This is validation for those of you who are single Libras who have been calling in that soulmate. Spirit wants you to know that they hear you. Okay, they hear you, and your true love is on the way. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But in the meantime and in between time, make sure you continue to love yourself. Okay. Love on yourself. All right. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Too many cards. Too many cards. Absolutely. And when we look at that, this Light card here, it has the number 19. When we break that down, at 9 plus 1, that comes out to be 10, right? When we break 10 down, 10 is basically 1, okay? And in numerology, number 1 is the symbol of new beginnings. Okay, if you are familiar with numerology, you know that 1, or being in your life, your personal year 1 is the start of new beginnings. Okay, so I believe that for a lot of you Libras, you know, if you already have that person in your life that's your soulmate, this is a new beginning for you. A lot of you Libras are starting a new beginning as well, okay? Where that true love and that soulmate is going to come into your life, okay? And if you are familiar with numerology, let me know if you are a life path 1 or if you are in your personal year 1, okay? If you don't know how to find out about your where you are in your personal year, then definitely go check out my I have a video where I explain how to find your personal year. I'll put it in the comments. I can't remember which video it is now, but I have a video where I explain. I think it's in my 7-year, my video I did about my 7-year journey. I think it's in the first part of that series, where I explain to you how to locate and find your personal year. All right, for yourself. Of course, we're all collectively are in a collective year according to the man-made calendar, but everyone has their own personal journey and their own personal life path year that they're in currently. So everybody's going to be in a different year based on your birthday and the current year. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh, look. Spiritual union, Libra. I mean, I don't know how else to like, I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. Come on. Honestly. Baby, listen. Soulmate, Libra, if you're already in a relationship with this person, this is a spiritual union that you're in. Okay. This is why this person is your soulmate. All right. So again, if there's finances and career issues that you're having and you're worried about separation, possibly, please have that heart to heart conversation with your soulmate. Okay. They're going to understand. Okay. Don't push them away. Don't push them away. Don't do that. Just have that conversation with them. Okay. Yeah, that spiritual union card with that number 2 energy, right? And of course, the number 2, the second house, is associated with Taurus. Also, another Venusian sign as well. So, have that conversation with them. Okay? Have that conversation with them. They're going to understand. They are connected to you, like in so many ways. Look at their 2 heads together. I mean, they are, oh man. And for some of you, this person was brought to you by, spirit, spirit or loved one. They brought this person into your life. Okay. For some of you, I feel like you may have said that kind of like, oh, I think, so-and-so brought this person into my life, and if you thought that, that's also validation from spirit as well. Okay. That person or that loved one on the other side brought that soulmate, that person into your life, whether it was, a mom, dad, grandparent. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Because baby, listen, prosperity begins with this spiritual union. For those of you who have brought the soulmate already in, you've already called them in, right? There's definitely going to be some prosperity, right? That's going to come with this soulmate that's coming into your life, okay? And again, for those of Libras who are, having concerns about their finances and career, this is also validation that, prosperity is coming to you, okay? So don't be worried about that. Don't worry. Don't have fear. I always tell people, don't have fear when it comes to money, okay? Because money is energy. So don't have fear. All right. Love yourself first. Pour into yourself. In the meantime, love on you. And everything you want to manifest is going to come to you. Okay. Again, that number 1 card up there signifying life path 1 or new beginnings according to the number 1 energy and numerology. Okay. Okay. Connects to this number 19 card that when it's broken down is 1. Okay. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. I love that for you guys. I really do. Like, I really, really do. And I think for some of you, you've been needing that reminder. You've been needing that validation that everything is going to be okay financially for you. Okay. And like I said, that spiritual person union, that spiritual union that you have with that person, that connection that you have with them, they're going to bring you a lot of prosperity as well, whether they come in with their own creative ideas and they provide you with ideas to make money, right? Yeah. So it's not just going to be about, and that's kind of how I look at it when we're talking about someone who's a soulmate energy. We're talking about someone who is, bringing a lot more to the table than just, company or just physical pleasure, right? They bring more than that, They bring in ideas, they bring in skill sets, you know, things to help enhance your life, right? You want to be with us. Your soulmate should be someone who enhances your life, okay? Not takes away from it, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Whew. Listen. Foundation and achievements. Look at that home. Look at that family, right? Another validation, Libra, that prosperity is coming, right, to you when it comes to, you know, your love life, this relationship, right? You have that beautiful family with their home, right? Okay, you got the number 4 up there that is connected to, you know, home life. Okay, and you have that rainbow up there, which represents to me hope. Okay, hope. It also can represent that rainbow community as well. For those of you who are in the rainbow community, if you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placement. Okay, so if you are questioning the person that you are with, and if you can build something with this person and have a life with this person, Spirit is validating it left and right for you, that you can have a life with this person. Okay, they are your true love. Okay, you just have to have a heart-to-heart conversation. All right. And some of you just might need to have a heart-to-heart conversation when it comes to, you know, maybe for some of you Libras who are getting ready to take the next step, you're thinking about, you know, marriage with that person. It might be time to have a conversation about finances, right? What do you guys want to do? How do you want to build with each other, right? Those are important conversations that you need to have with someone before you get married, okay? Before you get married, you need to discuss like what your plans are financially. You know, how do you want to save money? If you want to save, like, there definitely has to be conversations about that. Okay, so this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Set that foundation, okay, before you guys move into a marriage, possibly, if that soulmate is already present in your life, Libra. Okay, have those conversations, those heart-to-heart conversations. All right, so then that way down the line, we don't have any possible separation. Okay, when it comes to the finances, okay, and whether, you know, you want that person, you know, maybe you're a male Libra, and, you know, there needs to be a conversation about if you want that person to continue to work when you guys are in a relationship, right? Maybe you're a female Libra, right? And maybe you feel like, you know, once you get married, you know, you want to stay in the home and you want to be a stay-at-home mom or what have you. I mean, those are important conversations that you have to have. Maybe you don't. Maybe both of you, you know, want to do the 50-50 thing. I mean, wherever you are in that, you know, to each his own, but there needs to be a heart-to-heart conversation, right? About the finances and the career, right? With your soulmate. Okay, especially if you are a Libra who is about to get married, okay, soon. Okay, but nevertheless, this is your soulmate. Okay, this is your soulmate. And maybe some of you have had that heart-to-heart conversation already, and maybe there is you know, there could be a little disagreement there on, you know, you guys' viewpoints on things. But again, you know, those things can be ironed out as long as you hear each other out, listen to understand, and not to respond. Okay, all right, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful reading, Libra. I think I'm going to end it there for you guys. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, wherever you are in the timeline of this journey. Okay, whether you are the Libra or you are a cross watcher in a relationship with the Libra. Okay, let me know. Let me know. I'd love to hear some feedback. Okay, yeah, this is beautiful. All right, so in the meantime, you know, thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here with me. If you're not a Libra, make sure you check out my other lives that I've done. I have done readings on other signs already, so go check those out if you're not a Libra and you're a cross watcher watching this. Okay, I am going to come back later today during the planetary hour of Mars. And I'm going to do Aries. Okay. So if you're an Aries watching this, your reading is coming up soon today. So stay tuned to that. Okay. So until next time, love you for watching. Bye bye now.